Vamos aqui pro final do segundo capítulo de Jurassic Park.
So, who feels like carrying these boxes back to the helicopter? Me neither.
Como que no último capítulo teve muita visualização, muito comentário, muito like, eu agradeço a vocês pela essa ajuda. Então, e obrigado aos 50 inscritos do canal.
Barrel of wet dog hair.
I know, right? I don't get why dinosaurs eat that stuff.
You gonna do any work around here? What are we, union now?
O capítulo aqui vai demorar um pouco,
Hey, Oscar.
quase que é a final do capítulo 2.
If I'm gonna have to use the old Yoder charm, I'll need some intel.
Big time protester in the 70s, lots of animal rights crap. Handful of arrests for it. All of her InGen related history is classified. Said to expect her to be a pain in the ass.
It said that?
Between the lines.
So, Sorkin.
Hippie type. Got arrested a bunch protesting for animal rights.
How the hell does Dr. Sorkin think we're gonna load all this crap into the chopper?
Dunno, but you better do it if you want to get on a good side.
Okay. Well, thanks. If you want to tag along with us, that's cool. Just give Oscar his space. He doesn't do very good with kids. Or adults. Or animals. Come to think of it, doesn't do very good with anybody. Just stay out of his way. So, Sorkin.
Hippie type. Got arrested a bunch protesting for animal rights.
So, Sorkin.
O trem, troço quer ficar fora. A parte final do Jurassic Park, pronto, clicou. Vou olhar aqui, a parte final do Jurassic Park vai ser muito grande. Pega uma coca, um refrigerante aí, um biscoitinho aí, só pra seguir o Jurassic Park. Vou ver se tem mais alguma coisa aqui. Acabou por aqui. Então vamos lá perto do helicóptero.
Wait here. I'm gonna go talk to Sorkin.
A mulher que foi presa.
What should I do?
You wanna help? See if you can dig up anything interesting on our friend Dr. Sorkin in those file boxes.
Cool.
What's the point of rebuilding? Hammond will kowtow to the major shareholders and cut every corner to recoup their investment as fast as possible, with no regard to the animals' welfare. I'm interested in hearing more about her symptoms.
Well, like I mentioned before, fever, swelling at the...
You know, Doc, I saw some bites like that at one of my men back at the visitor center. Call me Billy.
Mr. Yoder, would you please tend to the InGen files like we discussed?
Yes, ma'am.
A senhora é bem chatinha. Então eu vou ter que tentar convencê-la.
Hey, you know who our prisoner is? Because no one else seems to.
Well, I've never seen her on the island before. I don't recognize her as someone who works for InGen. But I don't know everyone, so it's possible.
Vamos sedar a
We
prisioneira.
got a pharmacy inside? It's gonna be a long flight back if we don't get this prisoner either elated or sedated.
She seems harmless enough now, and she's adequately secured. Are you afraid she's gonna beat you up?
Well, I do have a history of women.
Inofensiva até agora, né? Vamos ver depois.
I hate to interrupt, ma'am, but I really think we need to be going.
I'm afraid I can't, Mr. Yoder. Someone needs to tend to the dinosaurs during this disaster.
I'm sorry, Dr. Sorkin, but InGen wants all survivors back on the mainland as soon as possible. No exceptions.
Why can't it wait?
O que irá te convencer, mulher chata? Vamos lá ver, fala aí. O que vai te
There is,
convencer?
you haven't said it yet.
Ah,
So that girl is your daughter?
Yeah, my youngest, Jess, 14. Hard to believe.
And
então vamos ir pro local da menina. Vou achar outra coisa lá que deve estar lá. Acharam alguma coisa aí? Aí ó, a menina tá pesquisando aí.
What'd you find out?
Looks like Dr. Sorkin wanted to turn this place into a dinosaur preserve instead of an amusement park.
And InGen didn't go for it, huh?
Why would they? There's no money in that.
So Dr. Sorkin has a weakness for preserving wildlife. Good to know.
Vou ver se tem alguma coisa pra falar aqui. Não. Então vão lá na velhinha de novo tentar convencê-la.
I mean, I knew Hammond was no real scientist, but someone should have seen this coming. Would you mind if I took a look at your wound?
Dr. Sorkin,
As I told you, I'm staying behind to watch after the animals.
I'm sorry, but we really need to get you out of here.
Why?
Reserva de
Wouldn't this
dinossauro.
place be better off as some kind of dinosaur preserve? I mean, it's kind of stupid to treat these creatures like they're in some kind of circus, right?
Huh. You have a point.
Aleluia,
As
finalmente
long as
convenci a
John
velha.
Hammond is in charge, the animals are going to need me here to ensure that they're treated with respect.
Listen, Hammond really made a mess of this place. You have no idea. There's no hiding his incompetence after this disaster.
Well, obviously that's true. If you knew how I spent my youth, you'd be surprised to find me working in a place like this.
Nossa, velha é chata pra caramba. Vamos contar mais
Someone
historinha pra
needs to
ela.
speak to the board about protecting these dinosaurs. You believe in animal rights, don't you? Wouldn't you put your neck on the line for them?
You're absolutely right, Mr. Yoder. But none of this matters if the board of directors...
I'm not supposed to say this, but I heard the board is going to hold an emergency meeting about, you know, new leadership. If you were there, you could act as a witness to the events that took place here. They'd have to listen to you.
That's true. I hate to admit it, Mr. Yoder, but perhaps you're right.
And our orders also mention an assistant?
David. Yes.
Milagre.
I'm afraid David won't be coming back with us. He told him to stay away from the quarantine
Dr.
pens.
Sorkin, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Now, before
Ô
we
cara,
go, I have
para
some
de
work
aproveitar
on
dessa
that must
mulher
be
aí.
completed first.
Aí ó, cara,
Dr.
você conseguiu,
Harding,
tá de parabéns aí.
perhaps you and your daughter
Então,
would like to assist me.
esse povo que fala
We've
muito
been
aí,
working on a
vão lá ver
cure
o que eles
for
estão
one of our
falando.
dinosaurs' nastier genetic disorders.
Oh? Which one?
It's dietary. Right up your alley. Dr.
Aí,
Harding, we've done
pronto.
it.
And
Conseguimos-
what exactly have we done?
Reverse the lysine contingency, of course.
Wait, what?
That.
InGen, Henry Wu, added a gene to the dinosaurs that makes them dependent on supplements of an amino acid called lysine. Without their weekly doses, they'll all die off.
You cannot give that to the dinosaurs. They need to be contained. If any of them get off the island,
Okay, listen. I've been working with the Parasaur's behavioral program for months now. If I go back to the mainland to fight for this place, they'll all be dead before I can get back, along with all of my research.
Parasaurs?
Parasaurolophus. They're herbivores, generally safe.
Let me give the solution to them, to see if it even works.
How many are we talking about?
Why don't you come out with me? See how much progress we've made with them.
Henry, Dad?
Fine. We'll go.
Cool.
Here, Dr. Harding. Despite the circumstances, we've been doing some very interesting work with our parasaurs. Behavioral communication experiments.
You've interpreted their calls.
Some of them. And I plan to use that to get them out of the pen.
Out?
Well, I'm not going to treat their water with them still in there.
How do we know there aren't any bad dinosaurs around?
Trust me, sweetie. If there were any predators, we'd know. See that one? She's the lookout. She'll stand guard while the others graze. If there were any predators in the vicinity, she'd be nervous and emitting a danger call. But she's not. She's calm. Jerry, you can activate the speakers from there. Jess and I will set the various parasaur sounds that play through them.
Aí pessoal, a
Dad,
gente
It's
conseguiu.
okay. I mean, it's safe, right?
The parasaurs will warn us of trouble before it gets close.
Stay with Dr. Sorkin.
Aí pessoal, a gente conseguiu convencer a velha de sair desse local. Então vamos liberar esses dinossauros aí. Vamos falar com os dinossauros
So you
aí.
can really speak dinosaur?
We've been doing behavioral tests using various parasaur calls, playing them through the speakers around the pen. We can't just shoo the animals out, but we should be able to manipulate them into moving using their own sounds.
Cool.
These speakers on the west side of the pen can be set to play a parasaur food call that will attract the hungry dinos. The speakers on the east control the mating sounds that will attract the more amorous dinosaur.
What about the big set of speakers in the middle of the pen?
Ah, those emit the danger call. The parasaurs will instinctively move away from it.
So basically we can herd the dinosaurs out of this pen using the speakers and their sounds. How do I turn on the speakers?
I'll have to tell your dad to do it when we're ready.
Ah, então ligamos ao alto-falante. A construção de dinossauros, que coisa mais doida é essa? Aí pessoal, que aqui só
Dr.
pra
Harding?
cima.
Yeah?
Activate the danger speakers.
Ah, deu até um pouco certo esse troço de... Não, não deu certo.
How come that one never moved?
That one stands guard to make sure all the others are safe.
Even when there's a danger call?
The lookout's the one that makes the danger call. When there are predators around, she'll stand her ground, drawing attention away from the other dinos.
Ah, então... Claro,
Dr. Harding?
ativa.
Yeah?
Vou ver qual que eu vou ativar agora.
I need you to activate the east side speakers, please.
East side. Okay.
É foda
Do
pra
you think they'll really
caramba.
turn this place into a nature preserve
Muito
after
foda.
this?
Like Mr. Yoder said, that guy was lying through his teeth regarding the board. But it did give me a thought. This is a huge setback for InGen. Maybe Hammond's role as CEO isn't as safe as he thinks.
Não deu
Dr.
certo.
Harding?
Yeah?
Então eu vou ver. Não.
West side speakers, please.
Vou ver esse aí pra ver se dá certo. Que isso? Não vai dar certo. Ah, tem que ser perto da porta. Então vamos lá, cara. Jess, Gary,
Dr.
ativa.
Harding?
Yeah?
East side speakers again.
So, what happened to your assistant?
Let's not talk about that right now.
Well, did you work with him long?
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Ui,
Listen, He was
cabalada.
a wonderful young man. And I am sad. I really am. But if I let that stop my work, then all these animals will die too, trapped behind the walls that we built. You understand? Dr. Harding?
Dr. Harding? Vamos lá.
East Side speakers again.
Não deu nada certo. Deixa os dois de cima. Não, eu vou colocar aqui embaixo aqui, ó. Melhor. Tira eles. E bom aqui, ó. Essa parte. Vem, aparece. Não, pra cá. Acessa, né? Não. Gente, isso. Vamos lá.
If we want to move the dinosaurs forward, we might need to give them a good scare from behind.
Oh, we can use the danger call.
Good thinking. Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
Activate the danger speakers.
Não deu, que isso, gente? Não tá dando, não. Ó, deu agora.
Finally! Go forth and multiply.
You're pretty good at this. Maybe you'll be a behavioral scientist someday.
Maybe I will.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
West Side speakers, please.
Aí, deu certo.
Don't take this the wrong way, but isn't this kind of pointless? They're just gonna be eaten anyway, right?
Some will, yes. But others will adapt, find places to inhabit, mate, and carry on the species. A much better fate than being massacred in this pen.
But they can't mate. Dad said the dinosaurs on the island are all girls.
Well, you can never be 100% sure about something like that. Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
East Side speakers again.
Ah, vamos lá de novo. Tentar. Isso, vamos assim. Melhor.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
East Side speakers again.
Não tá dando que isso.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
Activate the danger speakers.
Gente, não tá dando. Vamos lá.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
East Side speakers again.
Ah, pera aí. Tem um troço ali. Ah, eu só fazer isso. Será? Não, não era não. Eu não tenho como mais mexer. Vocês estão vendo como que é, entendeu? Mas...
Need a quick reminder about how the speakers work?
Yes, please.
These speakers on the west side of the pen can be set to play a parasaur food call that will attract the hungry dinos. The speakers on the east control the mating sounds that will attract the more, amorous dinosaur. The big speakers in the center emit a danger call that will scare the dinos away from it.
Vamos lá ativar.
Yeah?
West side speakers, please.
Aê! Conseguimos.
So I heard you were like a hippie protester or something in the 70s.
Where'd you hear that?
From Yoder.
The 70s were a tumultuous time. I fought for what I believed in, and sometimes it gets you arrested.
You were arrested? And you still got a job as a, scientist?
Paleogeneticist. And yes, youth is the time to be reckless and test your boundaries. It's how you learn what's important to you.
Já que estou na frente.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
East side speakers again.
Gente, vamos lá de
Dr.
novo.
Harding?
Yeah?
Não vou cortar por causa que é final. A gente faz aqui como se fosse ao vivo, entendeu?
West side speakers, please. Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
Activate the danger speakers.
Mão de perigo. Conseguimos!
That's it. They're out.
Good job, Jess.
Era só esse trabalho, tava complicando.
Ah, this is why she was elected to be the lookout. What's wrong with her foot?
It's a broken toe. Feel free to have a look. I just have to do one more thing, and then we can leave.
Lysine.
If the dinosaurs are to have a fighting chance, they'll need
Pessoal,
a solution to survive.
I'm still not
Próximo
sure.
capítulo, próximo
Jerry,
vídeo de Jurassic
this is
Park
my
vai
life's
ser
work.
de...
These are basically
Espera
my
aí, acabar que
children.
eu falo.
I'm not gonna let these creatures die because some bureaucrat can't stand losing control. They deserve their own lives.
Jess.
Dr. Sorkin?
Laura.
Laura, what's lysine?
InGen, Henry Wu, added a gene to the dinosaurs that makes them dependent on supplements of an amino acid called lysine. Without their weekly doses, they'll all die off.
Don't tell my dad, but I got a D in chemistry.
Then today should be very educational. The solution we were creating at the lab will reverse this scenario, allowing the animals to live out their natural lifespan. We just need to get it into the main water supply.
Okay, that should be easy, right?
This is a big responsibility, Jess.
I can handle it, Dr. Sorkin. I mean Laura.
Okay, Jess, let's get started.
Então o próximo capítulo vai ser... Pera aí.
I'm telling you, man. Almost made me swear off Chinese food
De...
Yeah, right. I've never seen you
Parte
refuse
3,
an
capítulo
forever.
3.
I said
Jurassic
almost.
Park.
Besides,
Então vai ser capítulo
my date
3.
was
Vai ser
hot.
capítulo 3 do Jurassic
Remember the
Park.
girl with the blonde hair?
Fique ligado que o
Red
capítulo 3 é
scarf,
muito foda.
what was her name?
Não joguei ainda, mas vou jogar. E vou jogar junto com
Her,
vocês.
she was the one that was wearing the... Hold on. You hear that?
Aí que a mulher faz? Próximo capítulo eu vou jogar junto com vocês, então fiquem ligados. Final do capítulo é sempre emocionante, né? Vamos lá, vamos lá.
Land the chopper right now! No! Do it, or I swear I'll take you down right now!
Billy!
Oscar, get over here, I'll pull you in!
O trem. Vamos lá. Isso.
Come on, man, that's it! Come on! One more!
Opa.
Tell that woman she's dead when I get there.
Come on, Oscar, put those giant friggin' arms to work.
Epi, já era.
You're one stubborn son of a... Hey!
Isso aí.
What the hell?
Vai lá. Acredito em
No
você.
problem. You got this.
Stand this thing now!
Not gonna happen.
Vaca. Vamos lá. Cai, 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 cai. Ó, não, quem mandou eu ficar comemorando? Não, quem mandou eu ficar comemorando? Vamos lá de novo. Aê!
We good?
No. Not so good.
Yep, lysine is now officially a part of this nutritionally balanced dino breakfast.
Excellent. Now I just need to get this water into the main supply and we'll be done. That's it, Jess. We did it. Jess, come up here. I want you to see this. This is how nature intended these animals to exist.
Wow, with all the running away I've been doing, I haven't had time to really appreciate them.
Oh, girl, take it easy, take it easy.
That's why I got one.
Oh no.
Raptors.
Jerry, run! Jerry!
E vamos lá.
Behind you! And run!
Opa! Parte complicada aí.
Hurry, Jerry! Hurry!
Dad! Move quick!
To the left! Left!
Dad! Move quick!
To the left! Left!
Look out!
Quase, hein?
Oh my god, Dad, that was awesome! How'd you do that?
Guess the old man still has a few good moves, huh?
You are lucky to be alive, Jerry. I've never seen anyone outrun a velociraptor before.
Where did they come from? What are they doing out here?
Must have escaped from the quarantine pen somehow.
Raptors are highly intelligent. They'll find a way up here if we give them enough time.
Yes! It's Yoder!
Here! We're down here!
Here! Down here!
Stop it!
E é isso, pessoal. Acho que esse é o final do capítulo. Quem gostou, dá like, curte e fui!